This is Maggi, and I will be trying out your recipes to find my favorite. We're gonna be rating them on the basis of how fun and creative they were to make, the time and effort needed, and of course how good they taste. So let's get started with the first one. Tomato Maggi. I love tomatoes, so this was pretty exciting. Chop onions, green chilies, press garlic, and chop your tomatoes roughly. Heat up some ghee and add all the chopped garlic, onions, and green chilies and just saute till golden. Add in the tomatoes and season with salt and chili powder. Mix this and just let cook for a couple of minutes till the tomatoes are tender and mushy while the raw smell is gone. In goes red chili sauce and hot water, and I just cooked this till the ghee comes to the top and then added a packet of Maggi and masala. We just need to simmer this till most of the water evaporates. Since I felt like this kind of had a pasta vibe going on, I added mozzarella cheese to the hot Maggi while it was still on low flame and then plated with more cheese. Okay, this was just so good, and that looks so fancy. This gets a 9.5 for creativity, 9 for how easy it was, and also one pot, which is amazing, and I'll have to give it a 9.5 for taste. Pretty amazing. Makhni Maggi by Riya. I didn't even know this was a thing, but to be fair, I could say the same for almost every Maggi I've made in this video. Boil onions, garlic, tomatoes, ginger, dry red chilies, and cashews in boiling water. You know, sometimes even before you make something, you just know it'll turn out good. That was kind of the case for this makhni gravy, so I automatically knew that I would like it, so I just increased the ingredients to make more of it to use later. Let them boil for 10 minutes, cool completely, and then blend. In the same pot, saute mustard seeds and cumin seeds in oil. Let them pop, do their thing before adding in the blended tomato liquid. Add garam masala, Maggi masala, some more Maggi masala, which was pretty old and didn't look safe to use, but I'm alive, so I'm pretty sure it was okay. Add some salt and sugar and just let this simmer away covered till the oil separates. I did cook it covered, I just don't like that shot that much, so I've excluded that clip. Add butter, cream. I'm using frozen cream, which is something I always do with leftover cream. Mix, and that smooth, thick, beautiful makhni sauce is ready. Now we just boil Maggi in water till almost cooked and add the makhni gravy to it, as well as kasuri methi, which I almost forgot to add to the gravy because I simply cannot do anything without almost forgetting something. And also, following recipes for me is actually kind of difficult because I'm not used to following things. Yeah. Finishing with coriander, and a Maggi is ready. Okay, so I'll give this a 9 on 10 for creativity, 8 for ease, because it does take a decent amount of time to come together, but it's not difficult to make and the steps were pretty easy to follow, and 10 for taste because it was so incredible. I love the spicy, creamy, a little sweet gravy this had, and later on I mixed it with paneer and that was my dinner and it was just amazing. This is a really good makhni recipe. Butter cheese Maggi by Krishna. This is hands down the easiest recipe amongst all of the ones we have tried. Cook Maggi in hot water with a decent amount of butter so it smells very buttery. When the noodles are cooked, add cheese slices and chili flakes and mix, and that's literally it. This Maggi actually only takes about 2 minutes. My throat felt a little sore this day, so I made it extra brothy to kind of help with that. And yeah, I mean this in the best way possible. This is such an amazing sick day Maggi. It's super comforting, warm, and just feels like a hug. This gets a 7 for creativity, definitely a 10 for how easy it was, and a 7 for taste on a regular day, but a 10 on 10 on a sick day. Chili oil vegetable Maggi by Nishwa. Cute name by the way, I've never heard of anyone named that before. Saute vegetables of choice in oil. I'm doing onions, tomatoes, capsicum and sweet corn. Season with chili powder, turmeric, salt, and just cook this till the vegetables reduce to about half the size they were in total. Setting this aside, add water to the same pot and cook Maggi in it just like you would regularly with some magic masala. Maggi magic masala. Now is the fun part. We make our instant chili oil with pressed garlic, green chilies, red chili flakes and a spoonful spoonful of hot oil, which wasn't enough to cook the garlic, so I did one more. To the chili oil mix, add the cooked vegetables and the cooked Maggi and mix, and that's our chili oil vegetable Maggi ready. So this is just essentially a classic vegetable Maggi that I'm sure most of us have already eaten but leveled up with the chili mix. It's spicy, doesn't take away from the original Maggi flavor and recipe, and it's just really comforting and nostalgic personally. I will give this a 7 for creativity, 7 for efforts, because I feel like we could have shortened the process a lot, and 9.5 for taste. Maggi with a South Indian touch by Raji. We add cumin seeds and mustard seeds to some hot oil. I did both red and black mustard seeds because I love them both. Let the seeds pop and cook in the oil before adding in curry leaves. Please don't be concerned by the number of curry leaves I'm adding here. I just really like curry leaves. Instantly add hot water and add the Maggi masala and Maggi noodles to the boiling liquid. Cut 2 green chilies on top with the help of a scissor, and now we'll just let this cook till the noodles are cooked through. Most of the liquid is evaporated, but there's still some left to keep it slightly soupy. Okay, when I first saw this recipe, I kind of thought it'll have like a warm curd rice vibe to it without the curd obviously, which I thought I would love, but I don't know, it just didn't do it for me, but I'm sure it might be for some of you. I'll rate this a 7 for creativity, 9 for how easy it was to make with minimal ingredients, and 5 for taste. But you know what will be amazing with this recipe? We substitute the Maggi. It's rice. I followed the same instructions but used ghee instead of oil, and I didn't add water. And let me tell you, it was so good. It's literally a masala fried rice that comes together in 2 minutes with some leftover rice and served with some curd on the side. It's just so nice. Lemon coriander Maggi by Smruti. Chop coriander and onions very finely. Press garlic and add them to a bowl. Add Maggi masala, chili flakes, red chili sauce and mix. And like always, I forgot the soy sauce, so that goes in with a good amount of hot oil. Mix and squeeze half a lemon before adding in the boiled Maggi. This one just takes like 5 minutes to make maximum, and let me tell you, it's a flavor bomb. I have never had a Maggi like this one before. I was honestly kind of speechless. This is like if a chaat and Maggi had a baby and they gave you like the best combination ever. I just don't have enough words for this one. I will give this a 10 for creativity, a 10 for how freaking easy it was, and obviously a 10 for taste. Are you surprised? If you are, then make this and then you will understand what I'm talking about, okay? This is frankly genius. If you like regular chili oil ramen, wait till you try out this one. I'm in love with it. Chili cheese Maggi by Astha. So I kind of saved the best for last. Soak red chilies and garlic in hot water for a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, saute onions in oil and then add garlic. So I know you told me not to brown the onions, but personally I just cannot do translucent plasticky onions. That's one of my biggest food pet peeves. Cook all this till it smells amazing, and by this time our chilies have rehydrated, so blend them in a blender into a liquid. Add it to the onions and garlic and just let it cook for a couple of minutes. I boiled my Maggi during this time because it literally just takes 2 minutes. To season the chili onion garlic mix, we add vinegar, soy sauce and Maggi masala and just mix. This smells incredible, by the way. Keep some Maggi water aside and also scoop out the Maggi to prevent them from getting soggy. In goes some Maggi water and we mix and finally add in the Maggi. Finishing with lots of cheese to tone down the spicy and mix, and just look at the texture. That's so creamy and glossy. I am in love with this. I've had things similar to it, but I think the addition of cheese just does so much. It makes it super smooth and creamy and just takes it to another level. It's extremely savory, which is something I've been loving nowadays. I'll have to give this a 10 for creativity, 9 for ease, since it is a decent amount of work, but nothing's too tough and I would be willing to put in the work for these results, and 10 for taste. Like, I seriously do not mind eating this every single day. It's so good. Final verdict, lemon coriander won for me, and chili cheese actually gave a real tough competition and lost by just 1 point. But I feel like taste buds play a huge role in this, so I would just like to say the chili cheese one definitely has potential to be your number one. That's it for this video of me trying your recipes. Feel free to email me your recipes and also let me know if there's a specific item you'd like me to make a video on, like rice or potato. You tell me, it's all up to you. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!